most players think attacking in FC25 is just about abusing mechanics. But when you watch someone like VERGANG, you quickly realize he plays a completely different game. He's not just spamming the meta, he's controlling the match with his movement. The way he manipulates defenders, triggers runs, and opens up spaces on another level. And today, I'm breaking it all down so you can learn something too. How is VERGANG's attacking different to other players? Most elite attackers force mechanics. VERGANG forces mistakes. Instead of just looking for the fastest way forward, he makes defender move where he wants them to. He's constantly setting traps, baiting defenders into pressing before exploiting the space they leave. This is why he doesn't rely a lot on the AI. Instead of waiting for the game to create the space, he creates it himself. The best example? His run triggers. Most people spam L1 to send a player running, but VERGANG's approach is more calculated. He triggers runs to move defenders, not necessarily to play the ball. Often, he'll send a winger on a deep run to pull a fullback away before passing into the space that opens up. Try this in your own games. Press L1 to send a run and then don't use it. Play into the space left behind instead. His decoy runs are on another level. Well, what is a decoy run? It's a run that isn't meant to receive the ball but is designed to pull a defender out of position, like I said. VERGANG does this constantly. He'll trigger a run, but instead of passing, he plays sideways and let the defensive line stretch. If the opponent follows the runner, he simply plays into the open space left behind. This is what makes his attack feel so smooth. He's never forcing a pass into a crowded area. How can you do this in game? Instead of instantly playing a through ball, trigger a run and pass sideways first. Watch your opponent's cursor. If they switch to a center back, they'll likely track the run. Patience is key. The more you wait, the more the defensive line moves, and that's how you find gap. VERGANG often sells his opponents a lie. He makes the defender think that he is about to do something, then does the opposite. Instead of just sprinting or walking in the space, he starts a run, then slows down for a second to bait the defender into stepping forward. The moment they commit, he explodes into the space with a quick sprint boost or a skill move. Here's how you can fake runs in your own game. When running towards a pass, let go of the sprint and slow down for a second. Watch how your opponent reacts. If they step forward, you have caught them. Accelerate past them immediately. Combine this with quick L1 triggers to fake multiple runs in different directions before committing. Stepovers are something that not many players are using anymore, but VERGANG still does them very effectively. He doesn't just boost forward every time. He uses stepovers to freeze defenders and create angles. He does a sideways exit often. Instead of instantly sprinting out of a stepover, he does a body feint, right? He sees if the defender bites and then chooses his direction, like you saw in the goal with Thierry Henry or here with R9. How can you do this? Do a step over near a defender and then see how they start moving and then change your exit direction, okay? If they overcommit, take the ball in the opposite direction. If they don't, well, then you can use the speed boost to explode forward. If you are finding these breakdowns helpful so far, drop a like on the video. It really helps get this out to more players who want to improve. Honestly, the more you start thinking about attacking like this, the easier it gets to break down opponents. Now, remember this, VERGANG isn't dominating just because of mechanics. It's because he's always thinking ahead. Every movement he makes has a purpose, whether it's dragging a defender out, creating space, or faking an opening. This is what separates good attackers from elite ones. The trick I am talking about is understanding movement. See, he sends Ollis on a run, right? Because of that, he has pulled his player out of position and then sends R9 on a run, plays a driven pass into him, scores a goal. But look at this example that I'm about to show you. Look at this goal, guys. Just pay attention, okay? And this is how you want to approach the game as well. See what he does. He tells his center mid to run, and then he tells his striker to run. Now the opponent is forced to drag his defender with him. Otherwise, he can play an easy pass to him, right? Now, because of this, he is able to take this space. Afterwards, he takes a touch downwards, ends up going in that space and winning a penalty. It only came down due to timely runs. This is why VERGANG is VERGANG. If you look at this example, see again, building up, Oberon is really good at pressing. And see, even then, what VERGANG is doing is he is taking his time. He will tell one of the guys to run again. He tells Dalot to run. As you can see, Dalot is running. He gives the ball to Luis. He tells Son to run. Okay, now Son is running. He has the space for himself. He doesn't use that space. Instead, he ends up dragging his center back out of position. Now he can play the ball to either R9 or Heung-min Son. It was only possible because of baiting the opponent with a timely fake trigger and then taking a few touches on the ball. Afterwards, plays the ball into R9, takes a touch upwards, and now he has the space for the step overs. And this is where he starts doing the step overs, and afterwards he'll look at Haaland. The way he moves, he will do the exit in the opposite direction. Just look. He goes downwards and he ends up missing a very easy goal to score, right? This is what you guys need to focus on, guys. If you can unlock the space by taking runs, you will be able to go to the next level. Start by triggering one runner, at least one runner every attack, then make it two runners every attack. Then see how your opponent's defensive AI gets dragged. Once you see that the line is being dragged, that is when you decide to play passes. Look, he triggered R9, triggered Ollis. That is the goal that comes. He will tell Ollis to run. Ollis makes a run. He then goes into the space, right? The opponent thinks, okay, he is going to fake the run because he has faked the run so many times. And then Ollis stops. He fakes a run again. He tells R9 to run this time, right? He doesn't play the ball into him. He takes a couple of touches, see how the defender moves, and then again tells Ollis to run, tells R9 to run, and ends up playing the ball into Ollis. When he receives the ball here, Oberon thinks he's going to pass the ball into Henry, but he instead takes a touch forward. I always tell you guys, taking a touch is the key. He takes a touch towards the space rather than taking a touch towards Henry. And because of this very reason, he's able to score this goal, right? If you follow these principles, your attack will improve. Here is my guarantee.